How to stay safe on car journeys. Hello and welcome to Videojug. My name's Lisa and I work at the Suzy Lamplugh Trust. We're a charity that works to help people lead safer lives. Today I'm going to give you some tips on how to stay safe on a car journey. Step 1, plan. When you're planning a car journey, you should plan your route and take a map with you and keep it handy. You should also do basic things like check the petrol, the tires, and the oil. You should let somebody know where you're going and let them know if your plans are going to change. You should also ensure that you have a mobile phone with you and make sure it's charged and has credit. You should also consider having your car maintenance regularly and also have a breakdown kit in your car with basic tools and things such as engine oil. Also, you might consider carrying a personal shriek alarm, a battery-operated one. The shriek alarm can help you if you do get into a bad situation. Step 2, setting off. There are some precautions you should keep in mind when you're driving. For instance, you should keep your valuables out of sight, perhaps under the seat or on the floor or even in the trunk. As well, especially if you're driving through a built-up area, you should keep your windows up and your car doors locked. Step 3, if you feel threatened. If you think that you're being followed, try to drive to a busy area, such as a garage forecourt or a pub parking lot. If someone tries to flag you down, consider whether or not it's genuine. If you don't think it is, then just drive on. Perhaps at this point you could call the police and report them. Or sometimes if there is a genuine problem, it's better to drive on and get help anyway. If somebody does manage to force you to stop, make sure you keep your doors locked and your windows wound up. If you have the opportunity, try to reverse backwards and drive away again. If you can't manage to do that, if you have your mobile, use the phone to call the police. But whatever you do, don't open your doors. Step 4, breakdowns. If you have a breakdown, you should pull over at your first opportunity and put on your hazard lights. Then, try to call breakdown services or the police if you can. If you don't have a mobile phone, check that it's safe and walk to the nearest available telephone. Step 5, motorway breakdowns. If you break down on the motorway, pull over onto the hard shoulder and turn on your hazard lights. Whatever you do, do not attempt to cross the carriageway. If you have your mobile phone, call your breakdown service, or if you don't have one, then perhaps call the police. If you don't have your mobile phone with you, then walk to the closest emergency services phone and stand behind it while you use it. At all times, make sure that it's safe to leave the car. When you're talking to breakdown services or the police, make sure you let them know your details, whether you're alone and whether you're with children. If anybody pulls over to help you, if you're on the verge, get back into your car and close the doors and windows and talk to them through the window. Some motorway accidents involve a collision with a car on the side of the road. It's recommended that you stand on the verge if you are pulled over. However, if you don't feel safe there, sit in the passenger seat of your car. Or if you're standing on the verge and someone comes to help you and you feel insecure, get back into your car and lock the doors and windows. When help finally does arrive, make sure that they have your name and details without you prompting them. Step 6, always avoid. You should never give or accept a lift from a stranger. Step 7, parking. In terms of parking, think about what it's going to be like when you return to your car. Is it going to be poorly lit? Ensure that you park somewhere where you'll have enough light to get into your car. Try to reverse into a space so you can make a speedy exit. Ensure that you don't park too near barriers and park near the exits. Keep your valuables out of sight so they won't be tempting to anybody. Make sure that your windows are up and your doors are locked. Also, if you feel nervous going back to your car by yourself, why don't you get somebody to walk you and then you can drive them back to where they were. And always remember, your best defense is common sense.